Hello? Okay. Cause you've got the lights, you've got the time, and you've got the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so I put in yellow first, right?
Hello?
No,
Yeah.
red.
Yellow, red, green.
Yellow, red.
The lights are going up ahead of the drivers for the Australian Grand Prix. It's 5 lights ahead of the drivers. And it's going to be lights out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix. Dino gets a good start going through there. It looks like Dino's just going to be edging up ahead. It looks like the Ferrari's moved up and he's going to go through there. Evan has just taken the lead. I'm not sure. It looks like Dino's still kept up ahead. Dom's going for the second place as he goes through turn 4 and 5. They go. Dino leads us away. Evan in second, and in third it's Dom, but fourth is being tussled about as Dino has a huge cut through that section of corners. Behind the trees we go, and as we can see through to the first chicane, and they're all just keeping it all together.
Love the camera angle through the trees. Great camera work here in Australia. But yeah, pretty much same old off the restart. Lots of people keeping their positions. Evan up one, Dom H down one, Dominic I think is up one as well. So I think Pikachu sitting the fastest first sector C. He's got something to say as he's coming up onto the top two now.
Very right about that. Evan and Pika having a little bit of a tussle. Looks like Senna's gone wide through that section, but came back ahead. I don't know what that's about, but he has been doing it a lot through this weekend. We're going to need to be watching that young man. But Dino already a 1.3-second gap through this turn. This is unbelievable stuff from the Ferrari driver. Just has so much pace and so much time compared to everyone else.
It seems like we're in for another dominant position. Another dominant, race position for Dino. Instantly already pulled 2 seconds out of the DRS. I think even on Pika screen he'll be out of the DRS. So I think he just needs to manage his pace, make his tires last the distance, and play the long game.
Yeah, as we can see through there, Dino does it again, and it looks like we're just gonna let him know. Pico making a resurgence. Yeah, but we love those cameras through the trees because it just helps us be more immersed with the action coming through. Oh my goodness, through the chicane they go. But Evan is going to get some DRS through the backstretch on Pika. Pika goes, tries to keep it together, but Evan, I think he's either too close or too far behind. As we can see, Evan is gaining and gaining and gaining through turn 13. They go into turn 14, and here comes Evan. He breaks late, but he's actually getting attacked by Senna through there.
Pika outbroke himself, I think, because he put too much of the floor onto the outer curb, upset the car, made it so the car couldn't slow down in time, and he overshot it. I don't think he'll get a track limit, but as you can see, he literally merged 3 cars into one, going through turn 17 into 18, and last of all into that last corner of 19. See who's got the DRS, who doesn't. I think on all of their screens on in front, so none of them got DRS, but the cars behind will benefit from that. And Dino, 3.2 second gap he's pulled to the pack of 3 in second.
Yeah, I think everyone would just be hoping for a safety car, something like that, because just Dino's just had way more pace compared to everyone else. Oh, but he's just cut through that chicane consistently. There, so yeah, through that chicane he goes. He's being told to keep it on the track. 3.5 seconds the gap, but Senna's already up into P2 through the chicane there. What's your thoughts on the strategy, Cameron? Who do you think's going to have it? Will it be the soft runners or will it be the mediums?
Well, it would be interesting to see what these stints are. I don't, never driven this track with these new tyres. So it's going to be interesting to see. The car to look out for, I think, is Evan, because he's got pace, maybe just a little bit less of these cars in front. Not Dino. I think Dino's pretty much locked in at this point. The pace difference is unreal. But Evan, if he can keep tabs, keep the DRS on the cars in front, or the softs, he should have a compound advantage. So whether or not it will happen one stop and not 2 stop, but they might be able to go soft hards, 1 stop, I'm not sure. So it'll be interesting to see what his strategy is.
Very right about that. And speaking about strategy, we can see Romza is going with the fastest lap and he's going around the track. As we can see, he goes through all the way up through turn 2 and 3. He breaks late around the outside, overtakes the Red Bull of Dominic. Dominic has lost the position and Romza's up to 6th.
I promised if he won the race, I'd give him a full 90 mode, but I doubt he's going to be catching Dino today because the pace difference is unreal from him. But we'll see if we can do it. A safety car might help him.
The safety car might help that young fast driver. This is actually going to be very interesting to see because they're saying Romza went off the track while overtaking. I disconnected right out. Anyway, Romza currently has a huge gap to the next Red Bull. He's got the wings straight open. I'm not sure. Through the back stretch he goes. No DRS at the moment in time, but he's just going to need... No, I think he has got DRS. He's got the fastest second sector. This is looking very interesting from Romza. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to catch up to Dino by the end of the race if his tyres work or if his strategy works, but I think a safety car would really help him at this moment in time. But Senna is in second, Pika takes third, Evan struggling in fourth. Well, he's not really struggling because he's on the mediums, and eventually he will be seeing the pit box open for the soft runs.
Pika having a bit of a moment on the entry into turn 1, so clearly a little bit of hidden bumps on straights that need to be ironed out. Someone see a steamroller over those. But hopefully you'll just manage to keep up with Senna and hopefully get a couple, or maybe an overtake brewing one of these laps. But Romza has closing rapidly on the other Red Bull of Dom H. I'm sure will be knocking on the door of these top 4 very soon.
Yeah, Dom H really did have a horrible start. He went from P2 all the way down to P5. What's the strategy though? Oh no, he's on the mediums. So it's understandable why he's not currently flying out ahead. But as we can see, Dino's his lead just went down to 2.8 seconds, but it's just increased to 3 seconds now. Senna's trying to close as fast as possible. The silent boy, the sleeper, is going through a turn 13. He's being edged on by the rest of them. Evan's getting up into the business as they go up into turn 14, goes to the right hand side, and nah, I don't think he's got it this lap. I think the medium tires are starting to work there.
Evan has just gained on these two in front, but it's going to be interesting. He needs to keep consistent pace, but it is probably around about this time that the softs will really start to cliff and the mediums will keep their life and the durability. So I think, yeah, now's the time mediums will probably start to shine. And I predict the soft runners will probably be in about lap 12-ish to do a medium stint after that. I think probably 11, 12.
Yeah, yes, I spoke with some of the drivers on the track, and they told me that the hards were just out of the question. They're just too risky and too bad to run on at any moment in this track. So Dino leads. It's just decreased by a little bit. It's gone from 3 seconds to 2.966. So yeah, this will be a very interesting way to see how things go.
Yeah, well, Dino's keeping the gap at 3 seconds. He's not necessarily losing nor gaining. However, Evan is now putting in inroads into these top 2, and on my screen at least, is in front going into the DRS straight. That might change though, because I think the estimator's got the... Oh, does it? I couldn't tell. Well,
yeah, we love these cameras.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I think Evan got a little bit of a rear step out, but I think they're still wheel to wheel. Slightly dangerous in front. Estimator gets to the exit. Dino's fell off. What is happening? Is he intentionally braking?
I think this might be Ferrari strategy. We have no idea. But
could be trying to tow him.
Yeah, I think that might be happening here, but has Dino gone into the pits? He's box. The box move has been set for them. Senna follows him in. Let's see how fast his pit stop will be, though. Dino's tyres have cliffed, he says, and here he comes into the pits. Let's see how fast this will be. He goes up, he gets the wheel change. Senna goes out before him. It looks like Dino has had a long stop there, but Senna has not been able to Senna has overtaken in the pits. It's side by side as they come out, and it looks like Senna's just up ahead of Dino.
Wow. Mercedes pit crew, nicely job, but to be fair, the Ferrari pit crew is not exactly known to be that good.
Very right about that. Well, it seems like Evan, yes, he has taken the lead of the race. The softs have died off, and Dom's going to be moving up there as well. He's going to be eyeing up an opportunity on the Aston Martin through turn 11. He goes, wings it through there. Speaker looks like he's just struggling for pace, and now Dom will now have to set his sights on Evan and try to work together to keep pulling each other along before the medium runners say hello. So Roms is just up hit again. I think he has. Yes, no, he's still on the softs, and he hasn't made any positions. What's that about?
Did he put? I think he must have. Unless he's had, yeah, to be that far down, he must. And look at the turn-in he's getting. Those are fresh softs. So he's doing soft, medium. So he's going for the 2-stopper. But yeah, keep your eye on Evan, because I feel like he just needs to extend this into probably, what we saw soft runners pitting about lap 9. So that's a bit more degradation than you probably want if you're 1-stopping. So Rumza could have something to say at the end.
Dom and
But if
Nick
they
is
go,
pitting.
if he can extend the soft to about lap 9, 10-ish, and then push the medium, I think it's possible to one stop. So he needs to go to around about, what, -2. So it needs to be about lap 17 he needs to push to get to the end.
Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. I think Roms is pit again, so especially if the first set we're only surviving 9 laps, then he's only got another 9 laps to go, and he's got, yeah, he's got all the way up to, yeah, he's going to have these softs on all the way up to lap 19, and then he'll box for, I don't know, maybe a,
Dom H serving a penalty.
oh, Dom H has gotten a penalty through turn 12, and yeah, that's just not good. Yep, it's given Evan some clear air though. His engineer will be definitely telling him that, but yeah, Dom H has suffered a cut. I wonder why.
Dino is going to make inroads on these slower cars in front of him, so it's going to be interesting to see how. Oh my god, look at the grip difference coming out of turn 16 into 17. Just way more turning, better traction. You probably get the DRS of the Alpine in front, and he'll be able to cruise past, I think, and he will have them both done into turn 1. No, I'll have Greenies in front.
Dom H
one.
has. Ooh.
Ooh. Still quite not. On his screen, he'll have the move done, but I think this corner will be up. And yes, he does. Nicely done by Dino, up into P2. With his teammate, probably about 10 seconds up the road.
Yes, Dino. Oh yeah, 8.7. Dino did say that the cliffing was very similar to the softs from the mediums, so it might actually not seem that Evan has any more pace in his mediums, as Dom H has boxed for the for the softs, and the softs only last around 9 laps, so this is definitely going to be a 2-stop race for all the drivers, but this will be interesting to see. Evan's actually got a cut slowdown as well. Well, no, not a cut.
Well, he's got an exceed. That's probably not his third because he didn't serve anything.
Yeah, so he's got an exceed in his second sector. I don't know what the plan's going to be.
Cube has just jumped the sausage curb, so he's fallen down 2 positions. Pass Rom's behind center.
The box has been set for the IFRL reigning champion. He comes into the pits, goes to the left-hand side, and gets into his pit box. Will it be a fast pit?
So will be soft softs, will be medium soft softs.
Medium soft softs, it looks like, yes.
So that means
Evan
Dino is doing soft, medium, soft, because he pitted really early on the soft, so I doubt that his mediums will go, what, 15, 14-ish laps.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, yeah, so Evan has pitted onto, oh wait, another medium. So Evan's doing medium, soft. So, I guess just liking the medium a bit better.
I don't know, but it looks like strategies are just completely different here. Don't know if it's a Ferrari class strategy. I don't know what has happened, but he's decided he wants to go into the mediums again. I'm not sure if he knows, but the cliffing is almost identical to the softs. So he's actually probably just going to be losing 2 seconds per lap compared to the other runners, but yeah.
No. I thought Senna was serving penalty, but just like... Senna's a lot closer to Dino than I thought he would be.
Oh, yeah. Right about that. Might be set up... Oh, no, he's actually on the... yeah, I think Rams's day is done. Unless the safety car comes out, it's a tough day for him. As Senna currently is in the DRS, I'm not sure. Is he going to get it on the main straight? Yes, he is. He's just hanging on for dear life and gaining, closing that gap to the Ferrari driver of Dino, which has had the pole position and had the chance for his win. This is his chance. This is his opportunity, and it's already gone down to 1.3 seconds. So.
Interesting to see if he can hold the DRS. It is allowing him to be a couple tenths faster in the first sector, but you won't get it for a couple of corners. If Dino uses that to his advantage, maybe rather than using ERS on the straight, had a bit of a bad exit to that, but if you use a bit of ERS in the corners, just pull that gap out of a second, you can break the toe and get on your merry way. But yeah, Senna holding on for his dear life.
Yeah, dear life. It seems we're going to go behind the bushes, but we're not going to be able to tell you if he's got the DRS or not. I think he just has this. Yes? No? Yes? No? well, these bushes are really helping in the immersion of this Formula One race. It's absolutely believable. This cameraman is doing his job beautifully because Senna's actually closed that gap. It looks on my screen.
Tom H, purple second sector, and he's pushing on Evan. That's just the difference between the softs and the mediums. Yeah, it's I know. Ooh, Evan with a big bump off that curb. I don't think the second mediums would have been worth it. If he's going to pit again, it's tough because there's no reason why he shouldn't have done softs. He's just chosen a slower stint. Yeah, I might be in the wrong call, but hey, it might benefit him later on. If everyone else was on a medium and he was on a soft, it might have been a good strategy call, but everyone else would be on softs as well. So, yeah, don't really see the point.
I think Evan has had a little bit of an incident in his strategy. Don't know if it's the Ferrari. Don't know if Alex, when he was at the factory, he wasn't listening or something. Who knows? But looks like the strategy is not going to be working out here today because it's just not going to do it. Roms is still in 8th position. I don't know if his tires have fallen off the cliff yet, but it looks like that might be it for him. He's just been nailing the laps down. He told us he's trying to get a podium with his broken engine. His engine is very faulty, he's told us. But yeah, it looks like Dyno is already just leading with a 1.6 seconds. But who knows? We cannot tell you the future. Who knows if a safety car will need to make an appearance? What is happening?
The battle for P3 is insane.
Oh, yes, it is.
Dominic's
very
going off.
insane.
I think Cube went off in the background. Now Pikachu's in the lead, but then Dominic will come back. They're having a great scrap from P3 down to P7.
It's 5 cars in for this P3 battle, as we can see. ERS being used on the Red Bull of Dominic. Through turn 3 they go. 4 he goes wide. Oh my goodness, and it looks like the Red Bull's going to have a look at him. His teammate's going to have a look at him as he goes through turn 4. And the wing will not get open, but his ERS will be open, and it depends on the fuel load or the fuel type that Dom H is on. Into the chicane they go. He breaks late through the first. Oh, but Dominic has got less rear, it looks like, because his rear has stepped out hugely through there. Turn 9 and 10 he's passed. And here comes Dom through turn 11. He goes through this section beautifully, and he's just trying to hold on and just get the DRS as he breaks later than his teammate. He's going to pass his teammate round the outside. DRS is going to work its effect. Wing straight open. Let's see what's going to be happening here. Here comes Dom H. Will he be able to get up a position? I cannot tell you because the cameraman in the bushes has decided to record the trees instead of the cars. But have a look at this. Looks like Dom's been able to get up ahead of Dominic. No, actually, it looks like they're actually side by side through turn 15, and it looks like the Ferrari's joining in on this. Evan is there.
Yeah, well, Evan needs to be there because he needs to push this medium to a point where he has a tire delta at the end for the softs. Because I assume the reason why he wants to do a medium is because it means he has to do less of a soft stint at the end, so you can have a fresher soft right at the end to get aggressive. But that just means he's with traffic the whole time. It just means that he has to accept the fact he's going to be slower for the first 5-6 laps of a stint, and then even then he's just going to match them until they pit, so he doesn't actually gain anything. So, I don't know, I think it's bad tire call.
Bad tire call, Cam says, from the Ferrari team. Looks like a couple of them have had a look down across the paddock, and it looks like some of them have got hands on their heads, as it seems they are very disappointed and very interested to see whose call it was to put on the mediums. But it's classic Ferrari, and we are not surprised that they've made a time mistake. But we're going to not take away from anyone else. Senna, I think, is just catching a little bit through that section, and it looks like he's just caught a little bit on Dyno. I'm not sure, but we're going to keep watching this battle. I think that. Do you think the soft tires will fall off now? I think so, or soon enough.
Well, yeah, we are going to be nearing a pit window, so if you were softs, you would be about lap 16 or 18 is probably like your pit window to go to the mediums. Some people are doing soft mediums, so their pit window will be about lap 19, 20, and for mediums like Evan, he'll probably be aiming for about 21, 22.
Well, here comes a soft runner, right when you said he boxes. Here comes Dom Wing, car set up. Looks like the Red Bull team have done beautifully. He's gone on to another set of softs.
What?
Question mark?
What?
Huh?
Softs?
Softs?
I mean, they could do 11 laps without blowing up. It's just they'll be really shit.
Oh, whoa, Cam, yeah, you got
That's
it.
a question mark.
That's a question mark. Yeah, it's the tire rule. Yes, there is. I thought.
But he's been on the medium.
Oh, has he been on the mediums? Oh
He's
yeah,
been
yeah.
on the
Oh no,
medium.
yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, he's already done the tire rule. So softs till the end he goes. But I think that's just a little bit early.
He was
in
on
my
mediums
opinion.
at the start, yeah. But so you're telling me so he hasn't pitted. He went this whole time without pitting.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
So he took the mediums like what, 16 laps.
Oh yeah, Roms has also been on the softs this entire race. He's not visited. He's one which has been on the. Oh, someone's in the wall. Someone's in. Touch.
Oh, Evan was frozen on track. I got scared for a moment. Those engines stopped.
Yeah, well, Roms is improving in his third sector with the purple third sector up into P6. He goes. His teammate in P7, VIP, having a very lonely race. You know, it's just him driving by himself. But he's got Dominic right behind on the soft tires. Let's hope and pray that he's definitely been on the mediums, but I doubt it. So we're going to wait and see. But Robbins is improving. I think he's just going to take the fastest lap at this point because this just doesn't look like it's going to be his weekend. 15 seconds behind Dino. Dino has a 3.5 second gap. So
Dino will be pitting to the softs again, so they can have another shot at fastest lap on lower fuels. So it wouldn't count them out of fastest lap. But yeah, if he wanted to, he could just pit like second to last lap to do fastest, depending on where he is.
Roms has improved again. He's just had a purple first and second sector, and he's dropped the gap. He's dropped the gap that he had from 15 seconds
Senna's
to
in.
12 seconds.
Dino's
And Senna's boxed, and Dino's in. And it looks like they're just following each other in. Evan stays out as he should because of the medium tires. He stays out again.
Mediums or softs, both of them.
Oh, mediums and softs. Let's have a look.
Dino mediums.
Dino boxes mediums.
Senna
Softs.
softs.
Was Dino's call a mistake there because he's just decided
I don't know. I wouldn't call it a mistake because it's right on the who cares, because the softs will give him the advantage for the first 5-6 laps, but then Dino will have the advantage for the remaining 4 couple of laps. Because remember, these tires cliff, so if it reaches the cliff before the end, you'll start losing a crazy amount of times, like 2 seconds a lap.
Romza goes up to
that softs.
second place, and he's going to need to be extremely careful on how he uses it. Maybe he's going to conserve for the first couple of laps and then just try to push and push and push. And Dom pitted for the mediums, they say, and Dom H is on the mediums again. Yeah, he's joined the same strategy as them. Oh, has a huge bump through there. Evan's going to probably come in very shortly as that tire delta is looking like it's shortening the longer he stays out, because Pika, Senna, and Dino have all boxed. So let's see how long he's going to be staying out for.
Evan will be a couple more laps. Evan will be another 2 laps on the minimum, and then whenever or maybe 1 more minimum, and then whenever he feels that the mediums are dying, then he'll swap.
Yeah. Let's see what is going to happen there. We can see Romza has a huge... Oh, well, he's got a 11 second gap now. It seems like Romza's tires are just not it. He's on the wrong strategy, it seems. Apparently he's probably been on the soft this entire race. So he's definitely going to have to change tire compound shortly for his final stint. And generally, since the medium tires just work the exact same, he will definitely have to change compounds. As we do know, if you are not to change compounds, you will be disqualified from the race.
Well, Romza will have to go into the mediums when he pits. He'll probably be pitting very soon. Whenever soft starts or there's any type of performance at all, he'll be in for the medium. And then we have Dino and Senna. And Senna, who has actually gained and is now losing a hand ahead of Dino Monkey.
Potato is having a really weird racing line, if you've noticed.
Dino through the double left-hander. Yeah, he took a really tight line and put the apex, and it compromised his exit.
Potatoes. His racing line is something else.
Oh, Potato.
Oh, Potato.
Have you seen his racing line? Bro is actually... Bro's goating right now.
Well, there goes Romza and Evan. Evan has pitted for... Yep, and Romza will do the mediums. as he's required to. So yep, off he goes. The mediums are on. Romza is doing an Alex Albon, 7 laps. Will those mediums switch on, turn up to the max? Let's see if Romza's got it in him. Senna takes the lead of the race with a 1.4-second gap, but Dino knows that those tires will eventually hit the cliff. But will Senna be able to do something with conserving or some type of strategy to get himself a win at this Grand Prix?
Evan's got 3-lap fresher soft, so you'll have a benefit now for the first lap or two. Then they'll be about the same, but he's going to be praying that they're softs are going to be in a much worse shape right at the end, especially with Dino on the medium. So I think Evan's going to have his two main sights very soon.
Evans really, I think he's gotten ahead of some of the people which were on the faster tire compound where Pika he's improving in his second sector, but I'm not sure if he's undercut anyone or overcut actually any of the drivers behind, but it seems like he's back into his qualifying position in P3, and he'll keep pushing up and keep putting the laps down and seeing what he can do as he's got his teammate up ahead of him. So the Ferrari strategy might be coming into a frame in a couple of moments. The gap is growing, and let's see what will be happening here.
Evan has gained 1.4 seconds that past lap. 1 second of it was in the second sector, so he's looking racy. Dano, I think, will just be playing the long game. He knows that he'll have the tire advantage towards the end of the race. He just needs to conserve, keep within a relatively decent distance, and Senna will start reeling in on his own.
Let's gonna see how this will happen. Let's see how this will go. We still have that last go there, as we can see. Ratata Patata and Potato still trying to edge off and get themselves into a decent position. They're both F2 drivers, so I don't blame them for not having the best of pace. But Dino has kept going as we look through the bushes for the 60th time. Thank you, the cameraman, which is focusing on the trees instead of the cars. Into turn 14, Dino goes and he has a personal best second sector, and he's only just lost about a tenth through there. So it looks like it's going to be
to Evan.
4 tenths to Evan. Oh my goodness, looks like the Ferrari might be doing a swap around if there is team orders through here, because it would be much better for the faster person to be up ahead and to be pulling him along until Senna and his tires cliff off. So let's see how that will go.
It'll be a similar story with Evan as it is to Senna, to Dino at least, because as soon as their 6th lap of freshness, 7th lap of freshness is over, they are mediums on a faster tyre, and if left out too long, the softs clef, and then the mediums are faster tyre by like 2-3 seconds a lap, and it goes on and on. So Dino just needs to play long again.
Well, Dominic is pulling an Alex Albon as he has
Why did he get
mediums.
mediums?
Because he hasn't done his tire swap, so.
Oh yeah, you
there you go.
have to do that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the Razor is unhappy with that because he's thinking that he's just done the wrong strategy, Razor. The engineer for Red Bull, he's screaming and tripping. He started on the mediums, so why is he on the mediums again?
Are you sure you're talking about the right Dominic?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you have both drivers.
It's Dominic. Dominic away 1-2-3 owner. That's what we're talking about, Razor. But Senna's still in the lead,
exactly,
3.3 seconds. But the Red Bulls, the Ferraris are going to start going for it. It looks like they're free to fight. There's no team orders this time. And as it looks like, I think Dino's just let Evan go past. I'm not sure. Yes, he has. He has let Evan go past, and he will now be getting giving the DRS to him. As who is that? It looks like Jasko causing some. Well, he's had a cut through there, so he's trying to get some battling there.
Obey team orders was Dino.
Oh, you could be right about that, but clearly we can see this is going to work out because Evan has got a purple 3rd sector, and it looks like he's just starting. Yeah, he's really going for it now, but of course we have to look back through the trees because the trees are lovely. But as we can see, through turn 9 they go, and it looks like Evan is just going to be cutting that gap down every single lap, every single sector. And Razor says, come on, Senna. He screams for Senna to keep going. Senna the sleeper, looking for his first ever IFRL win. But will Evan, the reigning world champion, cut his hopes and get himself into a race win or even a 1-2 finish just like Qatar?
Well, if Evan pushes, he'll be within DRS range. And like I said, as these guys fight, they're probably going to be wearing their tires down more and more and more. It's going to put Dano right back into the fight right at the end. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top in that battle of 3. But down the field as well is a good little battle going on between the two. I'll go find them again. I think it was the McLaren. Yeah, it's in McLaren. Potato or Rotterdam. They've been dueling for the past like 5 laps.
Potato and Ratata testing out their McLaren.
Both Ferraris by Senna. What happened?
Oh, Senna
For
has
1 second. Are you kidding me? He's lost both positions.
Senna has lost 2 positions through 1 corner, and it looks like I don't know what's the plan. Has he had a cut slowdown? A bump? I don't know. Oh goodness. Well, Evan takes the lead of the race. Dino is in second, and who knows what's going to happen here? Will Dino go for the win due to this championship? I don't think there's going to be any team orders for the championship there, but it looks like they're going to probably be free to fight. Again, they go through there as VIP boxes for the softs there, and very last minute box there. The Roms has somehow been able to keep P4 with his car and with his tires. Can Senna break free to break the Ferrari 1-2? I doubt it, as it looks like he's already a second away.
Oh, my bad.
Who knows what?
Okay, no one else is near each other. Oh, actually, it's a back marker. It's the only close battle on track.
The only close battle, yeah. It looks like it's very gaps, and very. Oh yeah, Senna's announced that his tires have died out. But as for Evan, on the other hand, I have no idea what's going to happen for him.
I think Evan's played this card perfectly because, like we saw, I think Dano's also done his hand really well because Senna tried to push it. He wanted to go to softs. He wanted to make sure he wanted track position, but in the end, he lost the long game. So Ferrari has played it really nicely in the last stint. Whether or not the medium soft or the soft medium soft, soft medium went out, we're about to find out.
There's a battle.
Dano has just gained like 0.6 of a second.
Yeah, it looks like the soft tires will be giving out now. Dino's looking to happen through this turn at 12. Wing straight open now. He's in DRS range. The Ferrari man, the man from England, looking to get himself back onto the win. He told me at the start of the season he would win every single Grand Prix that IFRL has, and let's see if that's going to be true this weekend. Through turn 14, 15 he goes, into 16 he goes very wide, brakes late. This will come down to the final lap, I'm very sure. This will be very interesting. Evan trying to break the slipstream. Through turn 18 they go, through turn 19 he goes. He's going to get the wing again. He's gained so much time. The wing is open now. He's gaining and gaining and gaining. Lap 26 out of 27. This is going to be it. This is going to go down to the final lap, I'm pretty sure, or even this lap. There must be an overtake.
Ooh. Dino's so low on the brakes, and he's able to pick up the throttle way more. What that tells me is a bit of a tire difference going on right now, where Evan is just not Evan. Dino's getting more turn in. He's wheel to wheel on my screen now, at least, or slightly behind. Look at that. On their screens, they're pretty much in front of each other. So they're going to make sure no one gets track limits, because that could compromise themselves to Senna at least. So they may make sure they don't exceed track limits. Well, they've got a massive gap to Senna anyway, so it shouldn't matter too much. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who gets it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be side by side around this turn. They're both not going to get the DRS there because of the vision lag. So yes, it's definitely going to come down to the final lap. Whose tires will be ready for that? And we are very prepared as they go through turn 15, 14. They go through into 15. He goes through, and it seems like Dino's purposely just slowed down a little bit as Evan's gone wide. And he looks like his tires are giving out here, and Dino's going to go through. He's going to try and make the overtake happen. Into turn 18 he goes. He's about to do it. He's very close to doing it. He goes around the inside, and he takes the position.
I know, slightly ahead, but I don't think Evan will be able to give up that easily. He is on those soft tires. See if there's any life in them now, because he needs to eke it out. Any battery they may have been saving up, they need to eke it out now. But he has just lost a lot of time. And it does look like he is hurting a little bit more in terms of tires compared to Dino.
Yes, that's very true. He's just gone off the circuit there. He's gone very wide. He's still in the DRS range, so that might be the deciding factor of who wins this Grand Prix. The final lap, a final lap shootout for the win. Who will take it in the Australian Grand Prix? Looks like Dino's got it. Looks like Dino's going to be having his second win in IFRL. He's definitely going to have a huge gap in the championship. Roms has got Senna. Roms is on the podium. Senna is falling behind. His tires are just giving out there, and Senna's just lost it. Romza has gotten up to the podium, and Senna's just fallen out of the podium. And Evan is probably just not going to be able to do it. The DRS is just not helping at all in his tires. are just dead, but it's not going to be what he wants to do. He's second place. That's a decent one for Ferrari. It's a decent race for Ferrari, and Ferrari are looking to do it again as Dyno rounds the final couple of corners. Through turn 18 he goes, through turn 19 he goes. He's done it again. He did it in Qatar, and he does it in Australia. He wins 2 races, and Dyno wins the Australian Grand Prix. It's a Ferrari 1-2 in Australia, and Eben finishes in second, and the golden boy Romza gets onto the podium, crosses the line, and finishes in third.
Pika is ahead of
fourth?
Senna.
Senna has lost the position. Pika takes fourth.
Yes.
Senna
Nice, Pika.
has lost the position in the final couple of races, or couple of laps.
Nice.
Absolutely unbelievable. VIP finishes in P6. Dominic finishes in P7. Dom H is looking to take the fastest lap. Round the final corner he goes. Will he be able to do it? VIP is looking at the screens. He's looking at his engineers. Dom H is looking to take the fastest lap. Will he do it? Crosses the line and does it. He takes the fastest lap in P8 he goes. But oh my gosh. Pika and Romza both are taking positions away from Senna. What was the strategy? And I don't know, maybe he's just pushed his tires. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there.